Hey everyone, Rigel2 here, and welcome back to another LEGO set review. This time it's the Desert Skiff Escape, which is a LEGO set, a LEGO Star Wars set to be precise. So let's get on with the review, and first off, let's review the Sarlacc pit. The big monster in the pit from Return of the Jedi. So, this thing's nice. I'm pretty sure this is a she in the movie. I like how LEGO, even though this is a small set, I like how LEGO represented the pit itself and the monster. They got all the teeth, the little squirmy tentacle things, and massive tentacles, as well as a fairly accurate look on mouth, where you can stick a minifigure in. Munch, 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 munch. Anyway, back to the actual Sarlacc pit itself. It's interesting. It has a fairly nice color scheme, though I do have to say this piece loves coming off. Unfortunately, this piece comes off for me a lot. That's just me, and these tentacles also like to come off as you move this into them. And also, if you noticed, this little Technic thing here is how you can control the Sarlacc pit. Pull this up to open the mouth, put it down to close it, wiggle it side to side. Yeah. Now, this does leave it, you have to work a bit to keep it open, unfortunately, but, it's okay. Now let's review the Skiff itself, or this, I forgot what it's actually called, but this ship in Return of the Jedi, or one of them, next to Jabba's sand barge, where Boba was going to kill Han Solo, Chewbacca, and Skywalker. Now, let me remove the figures. And let's review. So first, this thing is really well designed. It's fairly accurate in the movie. During the build, I really like how the designer layered everything, especially here. It actually looks quite good. And these two large hollow panel pieces really give it that distinct shape. I also like how they use the flex tubes as kind of outlines, and this looks okay. I don't know why they didn't do the same thing here as over there, but I was guessing it's for accuracy. And yes, just in case, they give you two of the super long tubes. Only one of the smaller tubes. Odd, right? Anyway, now this thing does have a couple features besides looking good. And besides putting a character there, but having no way to let them walk by, but that's besides the point. You can lift up this and reveal a hidden blaster. So yeah, that's pretty cool. And also, if you were noticing this ledge here, if you turn it over, if you just turn it around and you see this here, you can push this, and let me just turn this around again so you can see better. So you push this, and bam, hopefully the friction will be good enough, because friction isn't always there. So you push this, and bam, we have the length. So you can make Han Solo or Chewbacca walk the plank and fall into the Sarlacc pits whose mouth is always open. So let's just fix. See what I mean? I'm trying to show how you play, and the tentacles are just falling off. And the mouth is always closed. When for play you want to be open. So you have Han Solo, and then hopefully he'll fall into the Sarlacc pits. Big old jumbo-sized mouth. Alright, let's review the figures. First off, we have the Skiff guard. I really like the detailing on this guy. He has this axe thing. And while I am a bit confused as to why they didn't attach the axe to this part, it works. But this allows this to move more. But you know what? It's okay. I also like the texturing back here where you can see the braided hair. And this supposedly following along into this, though it doesn't follow along with the other two. The hair, I mean. Which is a bit strange, but okay. We have nicely printed pants for him. And I noticed that this is a different color to this. So this carries on as the correct color, but the color on each of the leg, on the leg parts of the legs, are different than up here. I just noticed that while looking at the figure, and the face is pretty good, all wrinkly and yeah, well printed is what I'll say. Now let's look at Han Solo. Well, blind Han Solo. And now I just remembered what the stick was for. I'm pretty sure this is actually supposed to be the stick that killed Boba Fett, but probably not. Anyway, so this, let me remove the handcuffs. This is another Han Solo with the newer Han Solo hair that's more accurate to the actor, Harrison Ford. And he has pure brown pants, no printing anywhere. White shoulders, white back, no printing there. And a nice wrinkled up printing for the shirt. And you can see some of his upper body here. He does, though, have this really weird alternate face. I have no idea what they were thinking with this thing. I just don't know. It's weird. Really weird. Here it is with the hair, but what? This just makes no sense. So, let's put the handcuffs back on. There we go. And let's look at Chewbacca. Again, another nice new version of Chewbacca. And I really like the detailing on the legs. It kind of follows along with the same style as the head. There is his satchel band, though unfortunately it doesn't go all the way around. It just kind of goes here, cuts off because of the hair, I guess, and reappears here. And there aren't any extra weapons for Chewbacca, except for maybe that gun, but he doesn't get his crossbow. Now, taking off the handcuffs and putting them on is actually kind of hard with this figure because of the extra bulk added to his chest by his chest. So as you can see, this is Chewbacca, and this is all one piece if you haven't noticed. If you take it off, here you have a pure brown torso. And here's what that looks like underneath. I like how they hid the logo and the writing down here so you won't see it. And this just fits onto here. Just like that. Here you get a better look. See, the satchel thing just kind of ends and reappears. And that's a very Chewbacca face. Alright, let's put his handcuffs right here. And next, let's look at the true star of the show, Boba Fett. Now, this is one of the cheaper-ish sets. Don't put an H with that word. Okay, this is one of the cheaper sets where you could get Boba Fett. Now, what confuses me is the fact that his hands are showing. This is supposed to be his skin, I'm guessing. And that's just weird, in my opinion. That he isn't wearing gloves in this minifigure, and also these pieces are prone to falling off, but they're so small and they always have with this. It doesn't really matter. There we go. Nope, don't fall off. There we go. You get a bunch of extras of these, including the more visory shaped one. Here we have also the Mandalorian helmet in dark green and lime green, and some yellow and silver helmets on the side. He also has a gray torso and gray everything else. He has also, actually no, it's not light green, it's sand green. And he also has a cape. He has a lot of accessories on his head. He has a simple blaster. Pew pew. And he also has the nice dark green Mandalorian armor. He has this kind of yellowish here. And this looks pretty darn accurate. Now, if you take off his helmet, he has angry clone face. Makes sense because he is a clone of Jango Fett. But last time I checked, Boba... last time I checked, the clones, at least in the Clone Wars, were kind of darker skinned, or more, never mind. So, yeah, this is decently accurate to what he would be, but I wish that for such a popular character, they would have made a specific head for him. But if we take off said head, take off his scarf thing, and take off his sand green pure color jetpack, we finally get to see his back print toward the back of his torso print, which is okay. It's fine, nothing special. The belt continues around on both sides, and that's about it for that. Now let's put on his jetpack, put on this cloth piece, and put on his head and his helmet. Alright, so that's Boba Fett. Now let's look at everything together. Now, let me express the main cons of the set. For its size, it's actually pretty good, but unfortunately, Sarlacc Pit can't really keep his mouth open, or her mouth open, without moving away the tentacles, or without knocking them over, and they're just always going to stay closed, which isn't that great for play, and it's kind of hard to keep them open. But it has plenty of posability with the tentacles and all that. For the sand skiff thing, this actually looks pretty good. Has a nice amount of movement with what I can only assume are engines. It has a somewhat flat back here, but eh. And this set has the glorious glorious decision of including these transparent pieces with reverse, with reverse tiles, I believe that's what they're called, so it can hover on the ground. I wish way more sets did such a thing. Unfortunately, you can't really angle it to make it more dynamic, but hey, it's a cool looking ship, a cool looking vehicle, and it's pretty cool. And the feature of pulling the plank out is also pretty cool, as well as the hidden gun. Though there is one thing I find wrong with this set. While yes, this set is very good in that it includes plenty of characters to play with, including the Sarlacc Pit. It's a great toy. There's one crucial thing that this set does not include. Luke Skywalker. Luke Skywalker was a crucial part of the scene that this is taking part of. Luke Skywalker was right next to Han Solo before he was going to be tossed into the Sarlacc Pit. I don't understand why he wasn't included in the set. Actually, no, I do, because making this small of a set contain more than 4 figures when it already contains a monster, a vehicle, and 4 figures, including a driver, it's a really good deal. Having just one character missing when you can, buy a bigger set or just buy another set with the popular, there aren't really any Return of the Jedi Luke Skywalkers in sets nowadays. But I guess they just want you to buy the Death Star. Like paying that extra $100 is gonna make any difference. Anyway, so yeah, this was the Desert Skiff Escape set number 75174. 277 pieces. This is Rigel 2 signing out. See you guys next time.